What's going on YouTube? In this video, going to be going over some of the things that I have noticed from trying to buy like on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And things to look out for when buying them. I've went over things to look when you're buying collections, like making sure you're getting real cards and all of that, and make sure you're getting a good price. This is more along the lines of what the sellers are doing on there that makes no sense to me, and what you can and should do about it. So for starters here, I have bought probably like 5 or 6 things off Facebook Marketplace for magic related incidences. Sorry about that. My cat has decided to just tear this room apart while I'm trying to record. So one thing that I've noticed a lot is people, they are outrageous with their prices. So for starters, when I was looking, people would be posting like, oh, 500 cards, $100. And it's like, you look at the pictures and you're like, okay, all I see is commons, uncommons. And maybe you message them and be like, hey, is there a bunch of rares? Is it common, uncommon? Some say they don't know. Others are like, well, there's some rares in it, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay. I used to reply with any sort of list on the rares or anything like that. So that way we can kind of see if there's value in it, if there's anything. Most of the time, after that, you get the either, well, it's bulk, I'm not posting that. And I'd be like, understandable, if you believe it is actual bulk, for 500 cards. I'm like, okay. I would stop messaging them, and randomly they would make, are you still interested? But like, no, because the pricing scale is way off. If you're looking for 100 rares, roughly out of that 500, it's like $7.50. Most places pay 7.5 to 10 cents per rare, depending. And then after that, you have all the commons worth nothing, half a penny each. That's kind of how that works. And it's annoying, and I don't want to tell people that anymore because they just get annoyed, and that's just how it is. I mean, I try and be as polite about it as I can, but also, if you're going to message me again about it, I will just let you know, hey, that's not in my price range. Especially with not knowing whatever cards are in there. The next thing is what they do is they'll take very misleading pictures or use stock images that are also very misleading, showing a bunch of rares and stuff on top, and when really there isn't. That's annoying, and you can learn pretty quick which stock images get used a lot, and you can also learn about the kind of like stuff that they'll start posting. If you see like a bunch of rares on top and then the number of cards seems off, you can look at it and tell pretty easily that they are fudging the number somewhere, and probably to stay away from them. Also, make sure that you check the reviews while you're doing it. If a lot of people are scammers or anything, it'll be said in their posts and their comments and all that. The other thing to look out for is if they can tell you the exact number of rares and mythics you'll get per thing, that means that this is picked through bulk already and they are purposely putting in cards. I do sell these packs myself on my Mercari, but in the comments below it, or the description, it clearly states what you're getting: 90 common uncommons, 5 rare mythics, 2 tokens, and 3 foreign language any rarity cards. When I make my packs, I don't scan through anything like that. This is cheaper, I will completely admit. These are cheaper rares. I don't leave anything over $1 in there. But I don't sit there and pick out, oh, you get a 99-cent rare, 75, and a 20-cent. No. Same with the foreign language cards. The foreign language cards, I actually only check them, and the only way that I keep them to possibly sell is if they're over $5. Anything under $5, I have thrown in that bin. And those are also common to mythic. I don't care. But I make that fully known in the description. I had one bad review. A person did not like how I packed it and said it. So from then on, after that, I wrote exactly what each pack has in it, and it's in a list. And I don't check them. I don't do any of that. I made about 40, 50 of these packs a while back. I don't even know what's in them anymore. If a card is shot up in value, it's just in there. But I would tell people that. That is the difference. And some of these listings, they don't specifically say that these are prepackaged or anything like that. They're just like, oh, 1,000 cards, yada yada. I had this, I won't say problem. I had this happen with someone that I bought around 20,000 cards in total from. The first 2 boxes, there was a couple cards left in there, but nothing great. And then when I got to buying the 3rd box and rares from him, he did mention that he had already kind of picked through all of it. And nothing left over $1 was in there. So that's when I knew, oh, this guy's actually went through everything I bought from him, and I'm just kind of filling in behind him. Now for me, and what I'm doing, I sell all my commons and uncommons at a set price. I do run sales on the weekend, lowering that price. But if any common or uncommon is being sold in my shop, minimum of 20 cents. And then I do lower it on weekends, depending on how busy I am, to 10 or 15 cents instead of their market value. And then if your market value falls anywhere between 10 to 20, then there's your price. But that is something to look out for. Check the description. Make sure they're not telling you, oh, you're guaranteed 20 rares, because then they've went through, already searched everything. Here's all the crap that I don't want, and here's your 20 rares put in there somewhere. So you wouldn't ever make money off of that. And then the other thing, other than grossly outpricing them or being a little deceptive with pictures and things like that, you've also got to look out for the people who, a lot of times, I hate to say it, and I know this sounds terrible, but the people who have stolen a lot of the items, in the Magic community, it is pretty easy to tell because of the packaging. So if you look on there and somebody's selling you 20 packs of MH, so the biggest one I seen was like 20 packs of MH3 for $120. But the reason you could tell that they were, first off, shops were not selling MH3 that cheap. It was a very expensive set. They were selling it at a higher price. The other thing to look for was the fact that they were all in the GameStop packaging. So for, I wish I had it here to show you, but for box stores that have it, you get single packs inside of a cardboard box, which has a like hook thing on the top that you can, put them on the pegs with, and then it's in a cardboard sleeve to protect it. When you see people selling super expensive packs, again, I say super expensive, but more expensive packs at a low rate, and there's 20 to 30 of them from a GameStop, in some way, shape, or form, I'm not going to say always, but in some way, shape, or form, they have been stolen. Again, most likely been stolen. An employee knows, like their friend collects or something, somehow scoops them out the back for them. It's a slight inventory mess up, or just somebody just walks in and steals them, and walks out in a state and in a place where they're not very strict on those sort of things, and just gets away with it because it's GameStop or it's Target or it's Walmart or something. And people are just walking out with the stuff. Or also self-checkouts for Walmart. You grab 10 MH3 packs or something, and you put them under, put them on top of a pack of cheese or whatever, I don't know, and you scan them. And then you walk out of there paying, $1 per pack, and then you can sell them for $5 or $6 a piece, and nobody would think anything of, well, should think something of it. But you just sat there and got, 10 packs that would normally cost you probably around $100 or so for like $11, $12, something like that, and just walking out of the store with them and selling them on there. Those are just some of the things that I see happening online and that give people kind of a bad name. And that's just something that I feel like people need to look out for and just be prepared for. You're going to see it. I don't put much effort into telling them the prices are wrong or anything like that anymore. I do message people if I see that they are trying to sell whole lots and they're saying, oh, I want Marketplace. And I'm like, okay, I'll message you and I'll talk to you, and hopefully, maybe we'll work something out. For the most part, people who are, I'm selling a whole bulk lot, I want Marketplace or 10% under market. It's like, nobody's going to want to buy your 200 cards that are $5 a piece or whatever, unless they're reselling. And that's just how it is, if I'm being honest. Because if I go on there and I see 200 cards at $5 a piece, that's $1,000. And you want 900 for it. That's not enough margins, of course, for me. And if you're looking at the everyday person, they're not going to spend $1,000 on those cards because they're probably every color, rarity, everything like that. And people have no use for a collection like that. Again, you'll find the one random person that will, or something like that occasionally. But for the most part, you're going to be looking at not getting rid of the cards and it just kind of stacking up, and you got to keep hold of them. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Let me know any crazy things that you've had happen while buying on Facebook Marketplace or from random people. I will be posting a collection I got in. I've actually already been started posting it, and it's been selling like crazy. And maybe in the future, when I get this stuff in, I will kind of go through it more and show you more videos of it. It's just a lot of times with the stuff I get in, as quickly as I'm getting it in, I need to post it, and I don't have a ton of free time to make these videos. As much as I want to, just comes with having a full-time job and trying to do this. But that's about it. If you want to know anything that I personally use for my collections, as in sorting, distributing, any of that, buying all my stuff, there will be Amazon links below to what I use. And eventually I will be showing you the workroom when it gets cleaned up a little bit. We got a new desk and new shelving put in, but I will be showing you all that and letting you know the stuff I use in there also. So anytime you want to buy anything, if you use the links down below, it does help me out. Or if you click on the links and then buy something else that I didn't have posted, also helps me out. Pretty cool that I've been checking back in and noticing that that's went up. Really wasn't expecting that, but I appreciate it, and hopefully this video has helped you. If you stayed this long, I don't know what to tell you, but I appreciate it. Peace out.